Kosmika. Hello everybody. Hi Pages. How is everyone doing? Hope you had a lovely day today. Hope you had a good weekend. Thank you. I hope you had a good weekend as well. 皆さんはページたちごきげんよう。元気でしょうか? Sorry for the delayed start. My food arrived just just right after I went live, so I was like, wait, I was just about to come in, and then it said it arrived. I was like, oh, I'll go get that first. Let me get myself set up here. Hello. Okay. Oh, wonderful. They wrapped it in paper. Okay. All right. We are back with more Final Fantasy for the After Years. So, I'm not fully better. I'm not, thankfully I'm not, it's not like a cold or a sore throat or anything. But the soreness, it's barely gotten better since yesterday. And it still hurts when I do certain things, but I can still talk, thankfully, and eat, well, without issue. It may, but it does hurt when I do certain things. All right. We're gonna continue grinding. Where are we with our levels? We're at 33 now. We're aiming for 35. And then maybe we'll try going to the moon after that. Oh my gosh, the monsters on the moon are so strong. Okay. And thank you to those of you who shared some more videos that we can react to while we're grinding. I got one up ready. So we have... Okay, so... Oh, Iron Chef. I enjoyed these videos. Well, I've seen mostly shorts. But, the Iron Chef is a fun time. Iron Chef Dad is a fun time.
Those of you who don't know, my dad literally never eats fast food. He pretty much cooks every meal for himself. Doesn't even go to restaurants really, which is crazy. Not that he doesn't like going out to restaurants, but it's just he loves cooking for himself. Simple food like boiled vegetables,
Oopsies.
steamed chicken, things like that. I thought it would be cool for you guys to get his perspective on fast food. We're gonna hit a bunch of them today and open his eyes to a new world.
I'll also be eating, so I might be on the quieter side, as in that regard as well.
First stop is Taco Bell. We've done an episode on turning Taco Bell gourmet. It was a while ago, and it's one of the more popular ones, so that's our first stop. Do you know what we're doing?
Oh, he's getting actual Taco Bell.
I don't know. No, where?
Taco Bell.
Okay, let's go.
What's your favorite Mexican dish?
Closest last experience I had, it was in Mexico City, and I had the ceviche, really good, juices, you know, the marinade, the salt content.
Oh, he had
the
proper
pickle,
Mexican
and also
food
the
in Mexico
ingredients
City.
So fresh. God, Mexicans are really good cooks. You know, when they drink water, their water even is flavored, important about taste for their culture. You know, they have hibiscus, they have cactus fruit.
Well, you're getting Crunchwrap Supreme now.
Yeah, I know, that's a big difference.
Crunchwrap is okay. That's one of my regular items when I go to Taco Bell.
Too with this video that
Crunchwrap
we're doing
Supreme.
these all back to back to back, so you can compare them to each other, so you remember them. So do you know what a tier list is?
No, what is a tier list?
It's how you rank things online. It's like a trend on the internet, but instead of A+, it's the top tier is S. And then below that's A.
S is it.
No, that's the best one.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So the best is S, then A, B, C, D. Have you ever had Taco Bell?
Do you also consider
before?
Taco Bell Mexican food? It's not real Mexican food. It tastes good, but it's not real Mexican food.
Well, you went the wrong way then. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, you went the wrong way.
Really?
Yes. Well, they have KFC too. So you can do 2 birds in 1 stone.
One beef crunch wrap supreme. The smallest bucket of chicken that we can get.
Holy shit, that's fast.
Wow, no wonder they call it fast food.
Yep,
So we're
it's
hitting
fast.
2 in 1, actually. I didn't even know KFC and
But
Taco
can't
Bell
guarantee
drive-thru
quality.
exist together.
Oh, you all did these 2 things in there.
The KFC and Taco Bell.
Wow, awesome. Oh, this one. Yeah, Sid make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I thought it was a crispy one.
So what are your first impressions?
You know, I always smell that sourness. I don't know where it come from. It's always from the...
Hello.
Fresh lemon.
It is fresh lemon. Yes, I think it's
There's no fresh lemon.
If you're a web designer, here are 4
Ada.
big studio features you gotta know.
Salty. And that's what you want, right? This thing truly is very carb driven. Can I open
Yeah,
it?
it
Let's
is.
open this. Let's review what's inside, really. Okay, you know,
I had
oh my
one the
God.
other day. Well,
How much
2
meat they
actually.
put in? How much
Because
This
I'll
is it.
pause it. My best friend and I, we just happened to get she just happened to go there, and she's like, "Do I want to pick you up some stuff?" I'm like, "Yeah, sure." I didn't have anything to eat for lunch, so that was very helpful. And we got one of those like big meal combo things where like it's like a meal for multiple people. It saves you a lot of money actually. I would recommend looking at those if you want like a lot of food to like have over, either sharing with people or like you want to save some for multiple days. It's really good value. And it came with 2 crunch wraps, and my best friend doesn't like crunch wraps, but she decided to give it a try because her main thing is that she doesn't like nacho cheese, like the nacho cheese they put in it. Well, she doesn't like nacho cheese in general. She prefers like actual like fresh cheese, which is good. Nacho cheese isn't really like a real cheese a lot of the time. I enjoy it. It tastes good. Not the best for you, obviously. But so she thought she might like it by taking out the nacho cheese. She ended up taking. Well, I don't think she was able to take out the nacho cheese in only one of them, because we were both gonna get each one. Like each would get one of crunch wrap. So I think the only option was to take out the nacho cheese from both of them, which is fine. I had no issue with that. It turns out she didn't like it still, so she gave it to me. I was like, all right, I'll take it, and I'll save it for later. I tried to make up for the lack of nacho cheese by just adding like a lot more sauce, and I also grabbed some like sour cream from the fridge and like added it. It really didn't help much. Like the crunch wrap really needs the nacho cheese. It makes the flavor, really.
Eating everything is a carb. Well, you know what? There are people who love food, and there are people who just want to eat it to fill up the stomach. This is really definitely, it's a wrap. You know what that means, right? A wrap means done.
What are you putting it in the tier-wise so far? There's S, A, B, C, D.
There's what? S, A, B, C, D?
Yeah.
I'll give him a C. I can choose my man after.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is the classic bucket of chicken. You've had KFC before?
Yes, I have. You know, as a matter of fact, you know, when I first came to Canada, actually, I enjoyed it. But you know, I find that the KFC right now, when I look at it, it used to be way more golden brown than this, like dark brown, actually. Well, I smell the oil. You know why? Because they're frying so many chicken. Actually, there's a chicken fat frying in the oil.
Right.
Wow, salty. Whew. Salty. Wow. Salt, salt, salt. What was my experience of KFC? It used to be way more well seasoned. I mean, in terms of like season, I'm talking about different, a little bit of spices, a little more black pepper. Actually, they give you half chicken. This taste itself, I would give them a B. But in terms of like protein, I would give them an A because they're way more protein actually than Taco Bell.
So overall, what are you putting it in?
I would give them the A.
Wow, that's a pretty high ranking.
KFC's an A.
I haven't had KFC in so long.
Familiar?
I can't do KFC anymore or Popeyes. I can only do like Korean fried chicken.
I just want to bring back the old memory I had. Gone to McDonald's, got a double patty and a fish fillet. I put the fish fillet in there and squeeze it in. Wow, that was like the best.
Surf and turf?
I know a burger joint that uses the same grease for 80 plus years. It just recycles itself. Oh, that's smart. Got sick too many times? Oh no.
You look good.
Thank you.
You know what is the habit of everybody in the world, okay? As soon as they open this bag, you know what is the first thing they do?
Need to fry?
Yes. Even though I almost go there, but it's such a natural, instinct. They just want to put it in their mouth. Okay. There's a meat patty. There's
Hello.
There's a sauce. There's pickles. There's lettuce. There's processed cheese. A little bit of sauce.
I rarely go to McDonald's. Like I've stopped going to McDonald's for like personal reasons, but sometimes even though it's not like it's
I
like
cannot believe I'm eating this. I find it a little bit,
it's not good for you.
obviously
It's like that
for,
taste you crave sometimes,
sanitary purpose, but I find a lot of
With
the word is,
McDonald's?
beef cartilages.
Cartilage.
Cartilage, and it's
Cartilage.
and it's very crunchy.
So
I'm
didn't go in there.
crazy about it, very dry. I like the fact it's not so salty. I have to say, not as salty as the other one. I mean, if you're hungry,
Oops, I went the wrong way.
If I'm hungry, I would eat it. Would I actually call it a meal? No way. So if my rating of this, I would say I give it a B. I might want to review that after that.
Oh, I didn't see what he gave
By
it.
the
It's
end,
okay.
I think let's review that. Filet of fish. I like the softness. You know, how we grew up as an Asian, every bun, every bread we eat, we love it. It's like that little bouncy soft. You know what kind of fish they use?
Haddock?
I don't know. It's actually haddock. It's actually tilapia.
Pollock.
Or I think, if you don't like it, that's what I don't get.
No,
A McDonald's is a B. Okay.
It's different.
Thank you.
I enjoy this.
Do you like it better than the Big Mac?
Oh yeah.
Interesting
That's
that he
just
likes the
nice.
fillet
You
of
know, the
fish more than
is
the Big
actually
Mac.
not grounded. So like there's
Last time I went
actually
for the
real
Genshin
fish.
meal,
You have to say, hey, you know
before that,
what?
a good
I
year and
need some
change.
protein,
Yeah,
some
yeah. I think
fat.
the last the same with me actually. I
That's
think
the
that's the
one
last time I
give
went
this
as
an
well.
A, 100%.
So I can buy
But I don't know about before that.
Probably
But
at
yeah, no,
Wendy's
definitely.
now.
I
The
think it was the
thing,
same for me, but
Wendy's is their
for
main
the
thing. They don't
Genshin
have
thing.
anything frozen, fresh, never frozen.
Oh, really, eh? Wow.
Have you ever had Wendy's?
I don't remember. Maybe I did. Wow. Very, very excited to check this out.
Wendy's most popular item is Baconator. You ever heard of Baconator?
What?
Baconator. That's what it's called.
Bacon, egg?
Baconator. Baconator.
I don't understand.
It's like Terminator, but bacon. Then they also have Son of the Baconator, which is a smaller version.
I actually haven't eaten a lot of Wendy's
the
because
cheese
there was
actually
not
just
like a
melted, eh?
Wendy's
Wow, the
near me
patty's
for a very long time.
You prefer burger like that, right?
Yeah, I do. There's a barbecue sauce. I can smell it.
Oh,
Better than McDonald's?
Way better. Tastes like meat. There's something to bite onto it. Bacon is very good. And they do give you enough bacon. Wow. Look at that.
Baconator?
Baconator. The patty and the meat, after you eat this, I'm gonna put you to sleep.
So tier?
I would say this one is really A+. Can I do
So-
that?
wow, S.
Head KFC?
This is a hat, 100%.
That's what I mean.
Number
Okay.
1, this. Number 2 is KFC. Number 3 is the taco. Number 4 is McDonald's.
Can we do
Wow.
one spicy chicken meal?
Oh,
Do you remember this one?
Chick-fil-A. I never go there
My personal favorite.
for personal reasons. I never go there.
Chick-fil-A.
Yeah,
My bud and I lived off of it after high school because that's all we could afford. That's understandable.
So I know you've had it.
I have had Chick-fil-A before. Like I don't see the big deal. At least for the chicken sandwich. I don't see the hype.
When I come and eat like junk food, all I have to do is just, hey, give me some real potatoes.
So this is their most popular thing. Spicy chicken sandwich.
Well, I haven't had the spicy
It's
chicken
all
sandwich. Maybe that's
Let's go
what's better.
Chick-fil-A.
But
It's not that spicy, is it?
No, hot temperature. Good. I like it piping hot too. Potato is hot. Chicken is hot. It feels fresh, right? Especially, you know what? When winter hits, that will really warm you up.
You make the stuff fancy on TikTok?
Yeah.
it's a shame I love Chick-fil-A. I know a lot of people that do, yeah.
Yeah.
But
It's very good. And the potatoes, I can't stop eating them.
But we're on the tier list.
Hallelujah. No, I shouldn't say that.
unless
I
the
would
company
really tie with this
changes,
with them.
So it's tied?
I'll never go there.
But you know what? If I have to say what makes
It's nothing
it,
special, but the salads aren't half
tie,
bad.
but
Oh,
if
okay.
I really prefer one more notch. That's real potato. I like it. So I would say one step before Wendy.
Okay, so I think the good thing about this series is we hit 5 of the main restaurants, but we'll do
You
more.
called it a restaurant.
Okay. What else do we have still at
We
33?
hit 5 of the fast food restaurants.
Izayu.
And there's
It's an outlet, not a restaurant.
So we hit 5 of the main ones, and there's so many, and we're going to America soon, so we'll be able to slowly.
Oh, I
build
forget
out
that they're in
massive
Canada.
lists of different episodes.
Oh, so it's not stopped yet.
Yeah.
Oh, we're still gonna eat.
Probably like
I'm
20
gonna
more.
still eat.
That
just
explains why the
thing.
Taco Bell had a
Probably like 50
KFC
more
in the same
restaurants
building.
we'll have to go to. Panda Express.
You know what?
Real
You know what?
Chinese food.
Like
You know
there,
what
there's
they
some of
have
that
on
too
the
here
menu?
as well,
How would we
but
collect
not
that?
most places. It's
Throw
the
up that.
Taco Bells are
Well, you
standalone.
seem to like most of them.
Well,
You
it's
put
not
2
like-
in amazing, and you put 1 in A.
Yeah, but you know what? If you're just rating fast food, right? I have to have the mindset. If you
Just
say,
a vacuum.
yeah, but
Only fast food restaurant.
yeah, but if you just say, hey, Dad, can you rate this food and not telling me this is fast food, I would say it's.
Even Chick-fil-A and Wendy's.
No, I have to have a mindset of fast food, so I give a very fair review.
There's a
And
lot of
also,
places Taco
you
Bell.
know, Be sensitive with people's businesses, right?
So this is your end.
But I did actually like, the Wendy's burger patty was quite fresh, and I like it thick. The Chick-fil-A burger was very addictive. I have to say, very addictive.
So this is your end list. Do you have any changes? That's how you like it, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I wouldn't change my mind. The Big Mac is worse than Taco Bell. Yes.
It's either KFC
Big
or
Mac,
Pizza
what
Hut.
about the
Yeah, I've
burger
seen
meat
those,
patty?
yeah.
The Big Mac, not the fish fillet. Okay, fair.
So we'll slowly build out this list.
It's hard, trust me. I'm not looking forward. I'm just doing it because I need to share my experience with all of you. Thank you.
Thanks, Dad. That's funny. That end video, the outro. Goku and Gohan eating. And in Super Saiyan form, no less. Okay, let's see. We have another one. All right. Part two of this rating of fast foods, fast food foods. Gonna wait out the ads.
A popular demand. You guys love the video where I took my dad to try most of these fast food chain restaurants for the first time. We're gonna hit a couple of them in this new video. I'm pretty sure out of all these places we're going to, my dad actually has never had any of them except for one. And he probably has had it like 10 years ago. So this is Iron Chef Dad Tries Fast Food, episode 2. You know what we're doing?
Yeah, my favorite time of the day.
Have you ever had Burger King?
I don't remember, actually,
You know what the most popular thing is there?
which is what burgers?
No, like what it's called. McDonald's has a Big Mac.
Yeah,
You know what Burger King has?
double stack, something Whop.
Yeah.
Whop.
Whopper, is it called Whopper?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I couldn't believe I actually got to get it right. You know why? Because I'm starting to understand the junk food, fast food mentality. Everything is like, whoa, Whop. Riz, for example. All that sound is just really mean.
He has no idea what
The
Riz
Burger King's
is.
closed for renovations, but
Oh,
there's
they
a
went to
Subway
Burger
right
King.
there, and
I
we're
see.
gonna hit it anyway. So you know why Subway is interesting? Because you get to build your sandwich exactly how you want it.
Really?
So I'm gonna.
I had a bad experience at Burger
What
King
is
once,
this,
and I've never gone again, except for like one time.
Okay. And those
I was
are-
traveling and I was hungry and at the airport, and that was like one of the better only open options at the time.
And also a piece of the vegetarian.
Well, they went to Subway.
Turkey with
Subway,
Spinach and olive, and that's it.
I feel like Subway used to be better, and they've just gone down in quality
You have the most expensive 6-inch Subway.
over the years.
Really?
Yeah. 'cause you
So I
got
don't go there
three
anymore.
Proteins.
Well, you know why? Because I know how to pick the good stuff.
So random. Veggie patty, turkey, mozzarella.
Yeah, it's like spinach.
I do.
It's like
Sometimes
olive.
I do
Come on,
crave
that's
Subway
good.
though. I will get it
So
sometimes.
random.
You know what, son? You take a bite, you're gonna like it.
Oopsies.
Yum yum.
Yum yum. He likes it because it's
You're
fresh.
saying that my sandwich is random. You mean people do not choose this? I
No.
think they're missing out.
You're probably the first person to ever order that combination.
No wonder he felt strange when he keep asking.
Yeah,
Are you sure? Are you sure?
What happened at Burger King and true Subway has gone down in quality and up in price. They have gone up in price as well. It's been a big turnoff. So
freedom. Come on, who doesn't like freedom?
I had a I can't remember the kind of burger it was, but I just got like one of the combos, It wasn't a Whopper. It was like one of their other ones. It was so bad. The burger patty was like dry, like really dry and like bland. It was basically cardboard. Ever since then, I never went back to Burger King unless I had no other option. Subway did used to be better. Then they added too much preservative in their meats and too much sugar in their bread. I go to Jersey Mike's instead. I wish I liked Jersey Mike's. I find it pretty mid. Not good enough to I want to go there.
Eating is how you feel, right? If like, oh, I feel like something light, feel like something heavy, something spicy, something salty. And that's a choice when you can have the freedom to choose. I still want to give this an S.
Is this above Chick-fil-A and Wendy's for you?
Yes, because of this really wholesome, very light. You know, I love the veggie patty in there, give a little bit of moistureness.
We're starting off strong. So the next spot we're hitting is actually Krispy Kreme. And I was shocked because I was looking at most popular fast food chains, and Krispy Kreme is pretty high on the list in terms of, I think, revenue.
But it's donuts.
Oh, Krispy Kreme?
You ever had that?
I don't remember. It's donut, right?
Yeah.
Krispy Kreme Cafe? What's a Krispy Kreme Cafe?
Original glazed.
Shout out to my Filipino gangs.
I do love Krispy Kreme donuts. I wish I had a place closer to me. I have a place that's not far, but it's not close, which is probably a good thing, so I don't go there very much.
Kind of fried odor, like really old oil. But if I like it, not really. Do I love it? Not really. Would I eat again? Not really.
So what's here?
I would say D.
So this is the lowest.
D. Oh yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, Krispy Kreme is like, it's a lot of sugar, but as someone who likes sweet things, I like it a lot. Best Sammys are mom and pop places, unfortunately. Very true. Very, very true. Hello. And then maybe rewind a little bit.
I don't like old oil. Like that, that's sweet. But I do like the fact that doesn't have that really kind of fried odor. Like
Yeah,
really old oil.
that's one of the good
If I
things about
like it,
Krispy Kreme donuts.
not
It's
really.
not like
I
super
love it.
greasy.
Not really. Would I eat again? Not really.
So what's
The,
here?
there's, it's just a sugar
This is
that
the lowest so
most
far.
people have
Because
issue
I
with.
don't like it. That's the problem.
You don't like
Do you think
donuts, really, right?
Yeah, I don't like donuts. But do you think, to be fair, well, maybe I changed my mind because of
Well, the
this-
workers are S, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
The workers are S, yes.
definitely.
It's still edible. Like D should
The
be,
workers
like,
are
all
S
this
tier.
Oh yeah.
Usually.
Yeah. See.
So next we're hitting up one of a lot of people's favorite, I'd say. It's called Five Guys.
Five
You heard of it?
Guys.
No. I heard about
Ooh,
it.
We
Five
have,
Guys.
Cheeseburger and
Very
little fries.
overpriced
You know what they do here that
for what you
I know
get.
Like free peanuts usually. They give you free peanuts. Fries. What do I think? I just mean visually.
Visually, I like the bun. First of all, I like the bun a little bit darker.
Like, but
I wish they
it
could
tastes
cook it
fine,
longer, you know,
but
like
it's
a
very
darker bun.
overpriced to what you
Why
get
they put
at
two
Five
stacks
Guys.
of burgers, right?
It's known for being pretty pricey for fast food. This place though.
Is it?
Yeah.
The bun need to be cooked a little longer. It's just, you know, it feels like a Chinese steamed bao. I like the meat patty.
Chinese
I
steamed
like
bao.
the stuffing. I like the fries. Not so crazy about the bun.
Peanuts.
Nah, who gives a shit about the peanuts?
I don't care about the
Really,
peanuts.
The meat is
It,
really nice.
yeah,
There's
it is a
Chipotle
price.
right next
Yeah,
to
it is.
Chipotle.
Yeah.
We used to
And
go to
they
Denver
don't-
a lot,
and
the
that's
first
just
ever
for, like,
Chipotle was there, and we used to go
When
to
you
it
you
before
have
it
to
was, like, a big
buy
chain.
you have to
Yeah,
order
we
the
loved
burger
it
and the
back
fries separately, and they're each on their own
This
like
is not a blue
pricey.
moon.
Why am I getting an ad for beer?
What's up, man? How are you?
Okay, let's get the burrito. Brown rice, not so much.
Is this Chipotle? Ew, no, I don't like Chipotle.
Guacamole, cheese, and the lettuce.
So many people are recognizing you there.
Yeah, they're all kids.
Just provide at university.
Yeah. You know, I was just looking at, the way how they slide everything down like a production line.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a factory.
A lot of students love Chipotle because you see how big the portion is.
Yeah, but also, it seems to me it's a little bit healthier than others.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? You got brown rice, all that stuff. Fresh. Wow. Holy. that's
Yeah,
a
people do
knapsack.
like
Knapsack.
Chipotle for the
Doesn't really
portions.
look like a
but,
burrito,
like,
yeah. Now you
it's
have
also
to do different
pricey.
corners. That's too big. How can you eat the whole thing?
Oops,
Your
why did I-
stomach can be
Oh,
that
wait, cool. Who
big to
leveled
fit
up?
everything in.
Leonora.
That's what I mean.
You can't get all the ingredients in one bite.
Chipotle's
Yeah.
pretty
Yeah,
bland,
that's
actually.
That's what I don't like about it.
It's
Because
pretty
the other
bland.
ingredients is very cold, right? You put into something really cold.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Like the temperatures of all their stuff,
Now
it's
you're
like
doing a different corner,
that's
and
the
then you
issue. Like
don't
there's
have
like things that are
sensation of
cold
getting
that should be
cold,
hot,
getting the
and vice
salad,
versa.
Getting the cheese, degrees.
Very
It's like
inconsistent
eating
temperatures. It makes it a not a fun time.
So it's not the same as it was in Denver when we used to go?
Yeah, I don't remember it's that big. The roast chicken tastes pretty good. It's tastes a little smoky. What am I going to rate this? Sums it up with everything what I had with this burrito, I would give them C.
So it's worse than McDonald's and Taco Bell?
Oh, you see, no, I keep forgetting about what you just always reminded me. I would give them B. Final answer.
So
You
is it
deliver
high
their
B
hot
or low
sauce,
B?
super spicy and
Do
delicious.
you think if it was perfectly made, not so big,
I can't
all
handle
ingredients
spicy,
mixed,
so,
you'd
like,
give it an A or S
without,
even?
I
like,
would give them an A.
a non-spicy
It's
sauce,
too
it's
big,
pretty
right?
bland.
Yeah, it's too big, hard to eat.
One of the most requested things for you to review. Popeye's spicy chicken sandwich. I think you had it in a video
Popeye's,
once,
I've heard
years ago back
people
there.
love Popeye's
Big
spicy chicken
battle is
sandwich.
People argue between Chick-fil-A's chicken sandwich and Popeye's.
Oh, okay. Because I did like Chick-fil-A last time.
One spicy chicken sandwich, please. Thank you.
I've heard, oh, not that I've eaten it before because, like, oh, he spit it out. I've heard, like, one of the, like, hacks people do with the spicy chicken sandwich with Popeyes is what they'll get a biscuit and, like, some other ingredients with it. And then they'll take the chicken and put it in the biscuit as the bun. And apparently it's really good that way.
I try a second bite because this has a lot of grease.
Really?
Yeah.
A lot of greasy. Okay, yeah. Ooh.
I have the answer. I do like Chick-fil-A better.
You can't even eat this one? Is that gross for you?
Yeah, it's too oily. I would give it
Too
a B.
oily.
You didn't even eat this one, though. How are you giving it higher than McDonald's?
Well, because I can taste, doesn't taste good. You know, I mean, it's spicy as hell, but it's so greasy. You know,
But it's still better than McDonald's and Taco Bell?
yes, I have to say, this is 100% is B now.
I don't get it.
Interesting.
The rating system's broken. Okay, so this is your current tier list of all your fast food. That
Oh, is that a cat or a dog? Looks like
I
a.
forgot about S is what?
Are you happy with Subway first?
Yeah.
What's a dog?
This is Chick-fil-A.
Oh, Chick-fil-A, yeah. And Wendy's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're happy?
Happy, yeah.
Then A, you have KFC. Remember the bucket of chicken?
Yeah.
You think KFC is better than Five Guys still?
Yes.
And then B is Chipotle. Remember the burrito is too big?
Yeah. What is that Louisiana chicken?
Popeyes.
Yeah.
Oops,
yeah.
So you have
I didn't
Chipotle,
swap her
Popeyes
out.
Also.
I would flip. I would flip.
You think
that.
Popeyes is better than Chipotle?
Yeah.
You spit it out.
Yeah, spit it out.
You can't eat-
Okay,
B, you
we're
wanna eat
aiming for 35
Krispy
now.
Kreme is the lowest. Your least favorite is C. So this is all.
Yeah, he spit it. Yeah,
which I know some
yeah,
days
he
your
spit it
favorite
out and
fast
still
food
said it was better than
Because
McDonald's.
I pick my own.
It's because it was too greasy. He said.
You know what I mean? So if I pick my own, yeah, I consider it's my favorite.
You want to close out the video? Subscribe, notification bell.
Please subscribe. You know, press the button for the notification.
You can do it, Dad.
Notification. Let me say that.
Notification.
Notification bell. Hit it.
So the algorithm is benefited.
The algorithm benefited.
He's trying. He's trying. Thanks for watching. Okay, let's see. What's next? All right, we have. I found the strangest D&D accessories in Japan. Oh, okay.
To Japan. So I went to Japan.
I miss Japan.
Not because I wanted to find Dungeons and Dragons stuff over there. It was a trip with my lovely wife. We have been planning this trip for years, but I figured while I'm there, why not explore the tabletop role-playing culture a little bit, as long as it didn't affect me or my wife's enjoyment of the trip. I did not railroad my wife and turn our once-in-a-lifetime Japan vacation into a big dice shopping trip. I didn't. Also, some of the footage in this video is from a live stream I did talking about the trip. Follow me on Twitch. So, we landed in Tokyo. Oh man, my favorite city on earth. It is so clean, beautiful, convenient.
There were some fun
and
toys I
there's
want.
So much to do. Like just layers upon layers of hidden stuff. And yes, we did the touristy stuff, and even went out with some locals to izakayas and went to karaoke. But I also went to Akihabara, the nerd neighborhood of Tokyo, and possibly the nerdiest place on earth. If I was gonna find D&D stuff anywhere, it would be here. And I did find it. In a shop called Yellow Submarine. It's a chain for a lot of board games, Magic the Gathering, and as they are known in Japan, TRPGs. What was abundantly clear on entering Yellow Submarine is that TRPGs, not that big over there, and D&D, incredibly niche. And I did know this going in. I was kind of prepared to find nothing at all, but I was actually pleasantly surprised. Because while there wasn't a ton of TRPG stuff, as far as shelf space goes, the shelves they did have were full of variety. Like just books and books of what I presume are different TRPGs and different adventure modules. It was all in Japanese, of course, so I'm not too sure what they actually were, but I did even find some D&D books, also in Japanese. Just really not that many of them. This did not stop me from buying some stuff though. So what did I get from Tokyo?
I did notice the Final Fantasy 14 one.
I've never seen anything like
in
this.
the previous shots.
As you can see on the outside, it is a normal D12, though quite a big one, and then on the inside, it is a small D12 dice.
That's so interesting.
I was really hoping to find a D20 version, because what better way to roll advantage than 2 dice at once?
That's so
As you
interesting.
can see, I got a 7 and a 12. Now the real reason I got very excited about this when I saw it was not just because it's 2 dice in one, or that it's
Hello.
dice that I've never really seen before, but also this is the perfect Daggerheart dice, the new TRPG coming from the Critical Role crew, where they roll 2 D12s instead of a D20 that you would in D&D. In fact, when I start playing Daggerheart, I think this dice is going to get a lot of use because I'm just rolling once rather than twice every turn. Next thing I got in Tokyo is this Japanese dice set, and I'm realizing now that this probably is in no way Japanese. Why would they call it a Japanese dice set when it would just be called a dice set in Japan? In fact, you'll see there's a few things.
Wait, I'm gonna pause it for a moment. I need to go wash my hands. They're dirty from the burger. One moment. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry, I'm back. Konbanwa, genki desu ka? I hope it's okay that I practice here and there. Also, I hope that right. Hello! Konbanwa! Mama, genki desu yo. Miria-san wa do nasatte imasu ka? Genki desu ka? You wrote that correctly. Feel free to write in Japanese anytime. Thank you.
Things we could get here in North America very easily. They're not things I've seen in my local game stores, but probably online, quite easy to grab. But still, it's really nice to say that I got my Japanese dice set from Japan. The dice themselves are, I'm expecting, pretty standard resin dice. Actually, they're really light. I'm actually really surprised how light these are. As you can see, the characters on them are not numbers as I would know them, but they are Japanese characters, which obviously, you know, if you don't speak or care about learning Japanese, kind of pointless. Why would you buy them? However, if you kind of can count to 20 in Japanese, or you want to learn Japanese, I think these are really fun, cool dice for that. Anyway, onwards and upwards. Next up, I grabbed something else that probably you maybe could find here in North America. Might even be made here in North America. But it's something I've not seen before, and I'm excited to get
Like
it
a mini
open.
map
It's
builder.
called Dungeon Origami, and I think it's exactly what we all probably think it is. Different cards
So bad at
to
listening,
make
though?
up different parts.
Oh, it's
of the
actually
dungeon.
origami,
So
I
it'd be great
see.
If you wanted to throw together a dungeon real quick. I mean, just look at that. It's awesome. It's
I know what you mean about
fundamentally a very
listening,
quick
though.
build,
Like
low-budget
that
dungeon,
that
and
just
there's tons of
you just need to constantly like
Absolutely
watch
just
stuff and listen
so
to
many
stuff.
of them. So much so that they had different versions of this. They had like a water one, they had a forest one, they had other dungeon ones. I now wish I'd bought more because wow, very, very cool. It's a pity they missed out by not double-siding them.
I'll
to be
pause it
honest.
for a
Like,
second just to talk about that. So like even though anime is probably like not the best way to learn Japanese, it's actually very good for helping you work on your listening comprehension, because it's like the easiest like source of listening comprehension material, because most of the time they'll be speaking at a pace which is and enunciation which is very clear, right? Because the voice actors are acting the characters, and part of voice acting is, you know, speaking clearly, right? Unless, you know, it's like a certain type of character that speaks in a very unintelligible way or like speaks super fast, of course, then like naturally you'll have a harder time understanding. But because, you know, they're speaking in a way, they're voice acting, and everything they're saying is very clearly spoken, so you can understand it much easier, right? So like, it's not the best way to learn the language, but it's definitely a good way to like practice listening comprehension. If you want to learn the language or like get a better grasp of it, I would recommend watching anything with like actual people, like dramas and movies and variety shows. Variety shows are very difficult actually, because they're going to be saying things that are more like slang or colloquial, right? But like when you feel like you're comfortable I would even recommend not if you're like at a beginner level, because it's going to be very overwhelming and you won't understand anything. But once you feel like you've gotten like a little bit of a grasp of like simple conversation, it's still a good way to expose yourself, because you're exposing yourself to natural conversation when you're watching variety shows. Like you're watching people like celebrities and actors and like us, like, you know, what do they call them, talents, speaking in a very natural way, right? In anime and movies, they're not speaking in in anime and animated movies, they're not going to be speaking in a natural way most of the time, right? They're going to be speaking in a much clearer and enunciated way, because that's what, you know, that's what the media is, right? In dramas, they're gonna be they're still acting, right? So it's unless it's like a certain type of character, they will still be speaking in a very clear way. But it's like the in between kind of. Like I would say dramas are where it's like the in between like anime and variety shows. Like in terms of like natural speech. But yeah, anyway, back to the video. Origami.
I guess you could always just use this one as a big void pit. They also got with it these cut-out terrain, which I don't really see how they fit on one of these, but I guess they do. Put a staircase there, put some rubble here to block this. It's very cool. It's great for a new DM who doesn't know how deep they want to dive into terrain, to be honest. So I'm pretty impressed with that. This video is sponsored by FlexiSpot. This FlexiSpot E7 Plus 4.
Been learning for like 2-ish months, I think, so I'll still a lot to learn. It totally makes sense for listening, practicing too. I appreciate the input. I know for the learning vocab and grammar and stuff, a lot of people seem to read the news. Oh yeah, the news. The news is definitely. I consider pretty advanced, especially because they're speaking in a very, very polite way, a very formal way, and also using like very. Sometimes even very complicated terms. Oh, we have a raid. We have a raid. Hold on. let me go over here. Welcome, raiders. Hello. Oh, thanks for the raid, Antonia. How was your stream? Welcome, raiders. We're just grinding on Final Fantasy IV the After Years and watching some stuff on the side because grinding can get kind of boring. We're currently watching a video about this creator who went to Japan and bought some interesting tabletop stuff. But raiders, feel free to take off if you know you're tired, you're hungry, you want to go take a break or call it a night. Feel no pressure to stay. Played Varessa's story quest. Nice. I enjoyed it. How about? Did you enjoy it? I'm trying to get the link to your channel. Hold on. I wish I blah blah blah. I hate the ugly URLs that YouTube gives. Does that work? Hold on, let me test this. That did not work. Wait. Let's try this. Yeah, okay. This is the better, prettier link. Okay, here we go. Please go check out Antonia and give her a subscribe. Good evening now. Nice seeing you. Nice seeing you too. Thank you. Enjoy your dinner. I didn't know we were tripping. Yeah, that was definitely an interesting one. Thank you. Okay. What about the Yakuza series? Oh. I haven't played any of the Yakuza games. But I imagine it's very confusing because they're going to be saying very like slang type stuff, very colloquial stuff. Yeah, it was fun to play. Nice, yeah. Take care. Thank you again for the raid. But I would say definitely don't use Yakuza as a way to learn Japanese, but definitely it's still not bad to expose yourself to that just to see how certain kinds of people talk. Just so you know, expand your vocabulary and your knowledge, right? I'm so cool? No, you're so cool. You guys are all cool. Okay, where's the... I lost my video. I lost my video! I played Fatal Frame 4 over the weekend and I was really happy to be able to pick out some of the kanji. There were a lot I didn't know, but I could actually work out what some of the rooms were just on the kanji. Felt so good. Nice! Doesn't it feel good? Yeah. Just, yeah, keep it up. Keep it up. Okay, I'm gonna mute the sponsored part. I've actually been studying Japanese with a Genki book. I feel that's a start. No, yeah, definitely. Genki is definitely a popular book that teachers use. Not a bad resource at all. I think if anything, I think the only like textbook that people would not recommend or is not as well received or receives more criticism might be Japanese for busy people. If I remember correctly from people that gave their feedback. But yeah, and yeah, just like Miria said, like it's definitely a good idea to have multiple like resources, like dictionary apps and stuff like that. Oh wait, oh he's in Kyoto. Oh, there's an ad. Just kidding. Playing Left 4 Dead with the Heaven on Smile mod is just me playing the unknown sequel to Killer 7. What?
Kyoto was such a beautiful city and led to my weirdest D&D product purchase.
Oops.
Something I really could not get anywhere else. And it wasn't in a TRPG shop. It was actually from a traditional Japanese gift shop. But more on that in a moment. When I landed in Kyoto, we did all the touristy stuff, all the shrines. Just so many shrines.
There are a lot of
I walked
shrines, yeah.
more than I've ever walked in my life in Kyoto. And I also Googled places to find D&D gear. And one place popped up.
It takes about
a place
300
called
hours to
Yellow
learn a new
Submarine,
language. Yeah,
the
yeah.
Kyoto branch. And I know what you're thinking. Phil, did you just go to the same chain of shops around Japan? And the answer is, yes, I did. Look, it's hard to find D&D stuff in Japan, okay? Yellow Submarine always delivered. Anyway, here's what I got from Kyoto. I kind of went a bit crazy in Kyoto and bought another 2 dice sets. And it looks like they're from the exact same makers of the Japanese dice. And you can probably get these in North America pretty easily, so we'll just speed run these. Now this is known as the Dragon Dice set. They're just decorated dice. I've not used these Q-Shop dice before. Let me know if you guys have. I feel like they're probably available in North America, but they're incredibly light. And these ones especially look cool and are really easy to read. And honestly, they didn't break the bank at all. As you can see, this cost 2,970
Cats, interesting.
yen, which in Canadian dollars is about $29. Let's take a look at the cat ones. I won't lie to you, I only bought these cat ones because I was missing my cats. Very nice decorations, cute little paw prints on there. Exactly the same kind of dice as the other 2, light, fun to roll. But I do feel like that's probably cheating a fair
Killer
bit
7
because,
is an action
you know,
Resident Evil-like
their
game
standard
made
dice,
by
what's so special about
Suda51.
this? But Kyoto
Oh,
also
I
held
see.
some pretty cool treasures, including the best thing I got. And that is that my wife wanted to find some really cool traditional Japanese ceramics. So we went into this traditional Japanese gift shop to look for them, and just when I was fading, just when I was about to be like, come on wife, can we not get out of here and go have a drink or something, I stumble upon this. It's just sat there looking at me. It is this set of D&D dice that had no right to be in this store. And when I asked about it, and the owners didn't speak that good English, that's a lie. One of them did, but the others didn't. But they were really nice, and they were very confused while I was buying it, because what this is an accessory for a traditional Japanese garb. It actually goes across the front of the garment like this, and it ties the garment together. It was kind of a confusing interaction because I was like, I need this. And then they were trying to sell me the garments as well that it can be used with. I was like, no, I don't want to do that because this is the closest to cultural appropriation I got. I was like, this would be phenomenal. I have to buy this. There's no way I just walk into a gift shop and I see this. Now, this can't actually be used in D&D, obviously so, because...
Oh, thank you for subscribing.
I guess it can if you wanted to roll every single dice at the same time. But yeah, I mean, there's certain numbers that you can just never roll because that's where they're attacked.
What? That's so funny. He goes into this shop that has like traditional Japanese stuff, and then he sees that accessory that's used for something completely unrelated to D&D. And I guess someone thought the D&D dice looked nice, so they made it out of the dice. D&D players get such cool stuff. D&D, I honestly thought it was a bracelet at first. That was my first thought too. So I'm glad he explained what it was exactly. I don't get to play D&D much at all, actually, or at all really, because I don't have time or people to play with, but well, no, I do have people I could play with. It's the time that's the hard part. But regardless, I'm a dice goblin. If you guys haven't noticed, if you're part of the Discord, you'll have seen it. I also have some dice on my throne, and a few of you have gifted a couple of those dice sets for me. I appreciate it very much. You're feeding my dice goblin addiction, my dice addiction. A D&D stream when? Oh gosh, maybe one day. I did actually like last year. I did like a one-off with ChatGPT, which was interesting. D&D is a big time commitment. It definitely is, especially if it's like a one-off, like one shot. It's totally you know. That's not not much of a commitment, but like if you're doing like an actual campaign, like a long-term campaign, it's definitely a time commitment. I actually played D&D with randos at the mall. Oh, really? Was that fun? How did that go? You're saving for a Cosmiversary? What do you mean? You're always welcome with Nori and others. We're always looking for other VTubers to play with. Yeah, it's just the time issue, you know. Alright. She's 35. I tried D&D with my friends a while back and mostly didn't get into it. I had one character I super loved, but the campaign died early on. Been wanting to try again sometime though. Oh, that's unfortunate. Yeah, that happens where like you're having fun, but and you like your character, but the campaign just doesn't work out. My other issue is that I self-insert too much, and it's hard for me to not do that. So like my characters will always end up like lawful good or neutral good, right? And like my character's just gonna be like some flavor of me. And it's gonna end up really boring. Like I have a hard time. I didn't swap her out. I have a hard time not doing that. Oh shoot, I should have swapped out 2 characters by now. Wait, did I take the level band off of Sid? No. It's really hard for me to separate from my characters too. Yeah. I'm glad I'm not the only one. I feel like I'm like one of the only people I know that does that. Like everyone else is able to like have a character that's separate from themselves and like they can have like an interesting character. I feel like the only way where I could do that is if someone gives me if someone makes a character for me. I think that's the only way it would work. They'd have to make the character for me, and then I would have a much easier time playing that character the way that like, and with that character's personality that's been like defined for that character, like but not defined by me, right? Okay. I was a spectator and I was just hearing them talk about it until I asked them if I can join after a battle, but the campaign was going to be over. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, like if you have like a game shop and like that you can go to that's nearby. Oops, wrong character. Oftentimes they will, if it's like a card shop or like a, you know, like it's any kind of game shop or comic shop even, oftentimes they will have like a D&D night. And like where people are welcome to come and join. And they might even like have like a day where they recruit for like an actual long-term campaign. Hear me out, Gyaru Barbarian. That'd be very interesting. That would be very, very interesting. I don't know if I could commit to that kind of character for a long-term campaign, but I could do that for a one-shot. I was at a D&D game shop and had D&D and Warhammer 40k. I don't really understand Warhammer. I know that's like very popular in like with certain people. Like it's like, and it's like, and they're like super into like the minis and the figures and everything. I'm just I don't understand what it is actually. I I see like the models and everything, and like all these things that you can buy, and I'm like, what is this? I don't understand what it's this deep thing that it's just an enigma to me. I don't know what it is. I don't know how it works or how you play or what you do.
But that's fine, because I'm gonna hang this up as decoration, as just like the craziest thing I found in Japan. It did cost me a lot of money though, but I literally
I'm
could
sure
not
it
say
did.
no to it. Also, the people who own that shop were so goddamn nice. They were so grateful for a custom. I've never seen service like that. Japan service is just the next level, and they don't even like accept tips. They just do that. And
Oh
also
yeah,
threw in this free
tipping is not a
notepad
thing in
with
like
that
Asian countries at all. It's a lot of dice rolling? I see, okay. My favorite character was such a hoarder. My DM made a special magic item for me. That's funny.
purchase. Look how cute this is and cool this is. So not something I bought, and it's not D&D related, but you know, notepads often are. It's just very cool to have.
Ah. A nice notepad. I see that's what it was. Sorry, I had an itch in my ear. Oh, Osaka.
Osaka. So as it turns out, D&D was quite popular in Japan in the 80s. Like, it really had its time, and it affected so much media, and that can be seen today in Japanese video games and anime. You can't play a Japanese computer RPG without seeing the influences when it comes to classes or
Yeah.
XP or leveling up. Same with anime. Shows like Delicious in Dungeon just scream D&D.
I really need
It
to watch and or read Dungeon Meshi. Maybe we'll make I was considering this today, and yesterday. Maybe we should make Sundays like our anime day. I was briefly considering that. I don't know. But then I was like, I kind of want to make that not like a common thing as at the same time. At the same time I was like, I want to make watch-alongs a little bit more special than that. I don't know. But if you guys really, really want that, then I will. I had like 5 ladders because I might need them. So she gave me a magical folding ladder instead so I could realistically carry it. That's so funny. What a nice DM. They let you do that. If I had to choose a D&D character, I'd be a power armor knight. Interesting. I'd be about it. I enjoyed Dungeon Meshi. Yeah, like with Dungeon Meshi, like my I had like a couple people recommend like the manga, and but then like the anime is out now, and it's just like, which one do I do? When there's like both options available, I can never decide which one I should do. Like I can never decide if I want to read the manga or watch the anime. And so then when I try to like do, when I try to do research, I'd be like, okay, which one do people prefer? And then people are like, then they give like these complicated answers. They're like, you can do both, or you can, you know, do for one and then the other. And I'm just like, I don't have that kind of time. Pretty much a space marine. Oh, but without the bulkiness. Closest that would be an artificer with armor subclass. Oh, I see. Do both? I don't know. It's hard for me to do both. Like a long time ago, when Fairy Tail was the Fairy Tail anime was like still current. I caught up with the anime, and then I was like, I want more. So then I started reading the manga. And the nice thing about the Fairy Tail anime is that it's pretty much one-to-one with the manga. But then I fell off of reading the manga. I never finished it. And then I was waiting for like the new season of Fairy Tail to come out. And it took like years and years, and I just forgot. So I haven't watched like the newest stuff of Fairy Tail. I should get around to watching it sometime. Though honestly, in my opinion, if it's got food, usually the anime is better because they try to pad out time with the food. Yeah, that is something I considered. Like, it's a better experience because you can see the animation like with the food itself. Food in anime takes up half the budget, I swear. Yeah. I still want to watch Food Wars. Wait, did I finish? Huh, what did we watch? Wait, there was an anime I started watching. Maybe it was that one. I think I started watching Food Wars, but then I didn't get very far. Hold on, let me Google this. Food Wars. Shokugeki no Soma. Yeah, I started watching it, but I didn't get very far. I'd like to finish that sometime. It starts out kind of slow, if I'm being honest. Or the R's suit from Vanquish, or the Grid's frame grid, since it's more of a fast-paced armor. Oh, I'm not familiar with those. But I think I get what you're saying.
Embedded in the culture so much that honestly, it's shocking that it's just not popular there as a TRPG now. And it's not through lack of trying. There have been some great commercials for D&D in Japan, like this live action one where a bunch of normies turn into D&D characters to fight a dragon, or this one showing free character sheets that you can download online but completely anime-fying them. I've also seen some of the craziest D&D actual plays come out of Japan, but for whatever reason, Japan just likes Call of Cthulhu more. So at this point, in Osaka, I did what I do best, and I went to Yellow Submarine. And here's what I got. Okay, so to finish off my Yellow Submarine tour of Japan, I found these two. And this looks like it's from the same people who made the Origami Dungeon, and it's a bunch of stickers and these tokens so that you can, quite literally, let me open this, take a dungeon room, take a token, and then take any number of these stickers that are on here and place them on a token. Let's say you have
Oh, that's nice.
Yep, goblin token. We got a goblin. And there were potions, weapons, treasure. It's just a great way to, I mean, I guess use exactly these things. It's a low budget way to play with terrain and battle maps. So it's great. And I was wondering, does this come back off? Yes, it's completely reusable. Thank God, because
that's really good. That's very good. I was wondering, like, oh, it's permanent. Well, I guess that's gonna be a goblin marker forever. It is true. What he is saying is true. Like, TRPGs didn't really take off in Japan, and I think it's like not, yeah, as he said, it's not for lack of trying. I think there is like there's a very slow like rise in interest in TRPGs and just board games in general in Japan. Actually, Final Fantasy XIV, I briefly mentioned this earlier, Final Fantasy XIV made their own TRPG with its own rule set and everything. and it's before it was released, they during one of the anniversary, it was an anniversary live stream, like a Final Fantasy 14 anniversary live stream. They had what they tend to do with the anniversary live streams is like they have two streams going at the same time. There's like the main stream where like they announce stuff, and then they do also like fun stuff with like the developers and everything, and then like the secondary stream where they're like doing something else. And on, I think it was last year or the year before, on the secondary stream they were showing them some of the people on the dev team playing the TRPG and like showing how it works. And I feel like that's been like a little bit of a part of the like very slow growth of interest in like TRPGs and tabletop gaming in general in Japan, which I hope grows. And also I'm just reminded of this, not Japan, but I think it may be also in like Asia in general, because for those of you who play Genshin, Clarande is she likes playing TRPGs. she basically plays like D&D in her story quest, and she's a DM. And Genshin's from China, right? So like that's why I said in Asia. I don't know about Korea, but yeah, it also just might be like a Hoyo thing, because the Hoyo employees are all pretty much nerds and geeks. So maybe it's because they enjoy it and not necessarily like the wider audience. But anyway, I think it's also just like a cultural thing, because with, you know, not that they don't have storytelling in Japan, but it's not really a thing like when you're to like role play in that kind of way. But he's not wrong in that D&D definitely like influenced a lot of things. So the grids for frames, grids from frame grids are like mecha suit of armor, like they can boost but also use magic as their second attack, also made by From Software. Oh, okay, I see. Apparently Call of Cthulhu is huge out there. Oh, I'm not familiar with that one. I thought the reason why it's slow to catch on is because they associate dice with gambling. There's probably a bit of that too. Yeah, I mean, but it's not like a huge where like, you know, oh my gosh, anything involving dice is gambling. Like, you know, dice is used in a lot of things. But I feel like that be like an element, I suppose. And it's not like Japan's not a, you know, it's not, they're not exactly like never gambling ever. I mean, look at all the pachinko parlors.
And hopefully I can just place it back here and reuse that in the future. So honestly, brilliant. Once again, might be something you could easily get here in North America, but also like, look at all these guys. They're so cute. Big fan. Is that Link? Anyway, I also got
found D&D
this
games
guy,
more than fun than slot machines. Oh yeah, for sure.
Oh, is that from the same people? Here's the Yellow Submarine shop. Shout out to Yellow Submarine, you made the whole trip and this video possible. Now this, I have no idea what its actual use is for. Just going
For a second I thought Restream Bot was actually having a conversation.
Is its little queuing /
that's just the bot that
initiative tracker.
Oh, how neat.
We have a bunch of these stickers again. Go on this side. And this is the next item on the list, by the way, so we'll double up here. This is a pen from Osaka, and this is the cheekiest item yet, I think, because it's literally probably something that you can easily get in North America. It's just something that I've not come across that often, though I've not been into buying stationery or writing with pens for a while. But these were all over Japan, and fundamentally they are a standard ink pen, and let's hope this works, because it should do. If I write on here, so like it's blah blah's go next and they've gone, and then it's this person's go and they've gone, and I would just put everyone's name on there. This should rub out.
Oh.
which is great.
Is it
So,
a
yeah, I can
erasable
stick this
pen?
all the way down
Or
here, and every time I need to do a new one, I can just load them out and go through like that.
that's so
This was
handy.
just especially interesting to me, and the reason why I had to buy it was because working on character sheets, I know a lot of people use either pencil or they come up with some other way of doing it, like they use like a plastic folder over the top and write in pen that they can erase off. But I mean, what's better than just an actual pen that works like a pen, that when you take damage or HP needs changing or you need to make changes to your character sheet, you can just do it very easily. Like an erasable pencil, but there's no...
That's really
I mean,
useful.
It's hard when you get rid of that, but you know, there's no...
Japan is really
eraser,
huge on
dust,
stationery.
whatever
I
you
wish
call
I
it,
had
things
more
like that.
reason to
Making,
use like
I don't know,
pens
this
and
is
like
one of my just favourite
cute
things to
paper
have
and
now,
stuff, because
but
I
it
would
just
buy it all the
probably
time.
isn't something
I have
that,
so many
you know,
pens.
I
I've
have to go
like
to
I
Japan for, but
I,
still,
I have
you
I don't have like a
so
million
it
pens, but I
counts.
have a good amount of like pens and pencils
yes,
that I
very,
that I've
very
collected
cool
over the
stuff.
years.
I should also say that in Osaka,
And I wish I had
ran
a
into
use for them.
YouTubers Ludwig and Michael Reeves in a coffee shop, which was just crazy because I've been watching so much of Ludwig's content for inspiration on this channel recently, and he started playing D&D recently too, and unfortunately I have no evidence that this meeting ever occurred. They were in the line behind me in the coffee shop, and on my way out I turned to Ludwig and said, "Hey, love your content," and he said, "Thank you, I appreciate that." Super chill guy. Then he said he was filming a video where they bike all the way across Japan.
Oh yeah, I
and
heard
asked if
about
he could
this
film with my
series where
wife
they were
while he
biking
asked us
across
questions.
Japan.
He asked us like something about how far the next place they were going is from where they were now, and I was excited that maybe this footage might make it to the video, but I think it was cut for time. So there you go, no evidence it happened, but it did happen, and it was a really cool random interaction for me. And
That's
both
a
Ludwig
really
and
nice
Michael
coincidence.
were just
Unfortunate
great
that
to
there's
chat
no footage
Anyway,
of it.
That was our trip to Japan. That was everything I got, and I'm live streaming right now, so come say hi.
The first berserker? Oh, I'm getting distracted by that. Oops. Those enemies, I want to hug them, the trees. Oh, I didn't notice actually. Not a fan of pachinko machines, but they do have good music, like the DMC one. I never really I get kind of understand how pachinko works, but like I don't fully understand them. They're still like a mystery to me in a way. Japan seems like a nice place to bike across. In Ludwig's case, shoot, I can't remember who was with the name of the person that was with him. They don't speak. They barely speak any Japanese. So like that's another part of the challenge. They can't speak Japanese. They can't read Japanese. So that's why it's like that's more of why it's a challenge. And also like they're getting by with a very little amount of money, from what I understand. I have been meaning to like watch that series, but I forgot about it when someone mentioned it to me. They were like, they started watching it. I was exposed to a little bit of it, and I was like, oh, interesting. I didn't know this happened, and I forgot to actually look into it later. Wish I can visit Japan at least once in my life. I'd like to visit someday too. I would highly, 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 if you ever get the chance, highly recommend to go. It is... I love Japan. I mean, like, I can't say Japan because I haven't visited most of the country. I love Tokyo. I love Tokyo. It's so nice there. I've seen a little bit of Kyoto as well, and a tiny bit of Osaka. Osaka I barely remember. But I did enjoy the little time I had there. Kyoto's pretty nice too. And I've also briefly, very, very briefly been to Hakone, which is like a hot spring area. But yeah, no, I highly, highly, highly recommend going to Japan if you ever get the chance. It's definitely an experience. I wish I can go to Japan to play like the Gundam arcade where you can go inside the cockpit, and the Resident Evil arcade VR. Ah, yeah. Japan still has all the cool arcade games. Although, if you have like so like there's an arcade like, well, it's like a game. How to explain it? Like arcade slash bowling slash other fun stuff kind of place. It's a chain called Round One, and they have actually some locations in the U.S. If you are located in the U.S. and you're in a city that has a Round One. I don't know. I highly doubt that they'll have the game with the cockpit. But they might have some of the other stuff you would probably enjoy. You've been there? Yeah. I haven't been to Round One in a while, but they're pretty good about bringing over the pretty recent games are from Japan's arcades. It's pretty cool. And they also have a bunch of crane games. If you like plushies and stuff. Excuse me. Japan, from what I've seen online at least, seems to have a lot of cool little shops with all kinds of different nerd merch. And I think exploring that would be awesome. Not to mention the natural beauty of the country. Yeah. So like the nerd stuff, so for the nerd stuff, you have to know where you're going. Obviously like the big place is Akihabara in Tokyo. But there's some other stores in other places too. Why did I do that? You just have to know where to go, cuz a lot of people have the misconception that that's all Japan is. But Japan is a normal like country with like, you know, with normal stores, normal people, right? Japan is full of normies, believe it or not. Obviously, you know, anime and like a little bit more integrated into like their everyday culture, but like it's not everyone likes anime and not everyone likes like nerdy stuff. There are plenty of normies in Japan. Not everyone watches anime either or reads manga or anything. There are a lot of people that do, but there's a surprising amount of well, surprising to people who aren't aware, there are a lot of people who are just normies. They had a John Wick VR game that you played. That's cool. I've never watched John Wick, but that sounds cool. No, but yeah, when you go to Japan, it's not just like anime everywhere, right? Like if you want that kind of thing, you have to go to Akihabara. And even when you go to Akihabara, it's only like certain streets, right? It's not the entire prefecture. It's a good amount of it, but like, yeah. It's a really fun movie. I know it's popular. John Wick is a good movie series, but they kind of milked it. Yeah, I kind of get that impression, actually. Although, like, although I would say maybe they have like milked it as hard as some other franchises. But there was definitely some like John Wick, like really pushing it. Of course, definitely don't mean to downplay the normal stuff. Even aside from the nerd stuff, they just seem to like a lot of like, oh, this neat little shop tucked away over here. With the, yeah, no, yeah, definitely. Oh shoot. Okay, let's get one more party member leveled up. And then we'll wrap up. I kind of wanted to keep today's stream a little, not on the shorter side, like, No, actually, well, I was thinking the shorter side because I want to let myself recover from whatever this weird thing is that I have. Not shorter than usual, but shorter than we have been, is what I meant. Okay, let me swap Edge out for somebody else. We're actually almost there. Most of them are 35. So maybe after tomorrow's stream we can, or maybe even during, we'll head back to the moon and then start grinding there, and hopefully get to level 40 faster. Depending on how well they survive against the monsters there, that's the main issue. But yeah. Once we get them to level 40, we'll finally... Well, hopefully, the 40 will be enough. Although, I think that might be the cap for some of the characters. But, I'm hoping after that, we can finally make our way through the subterranean. I mean, what I said is... Oh, okay, John Wick stuff, yeah. Alright. We're gonna go ahead and wrap up today. 40 is the cap, 99, not 99. It depends on the character. This game is a little different. Although in this chapter, for all I know, the cap could be 99. I don't know. But I know that in like their previous chapters, some characters like had caps of like 40. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Thank you all so much for joining me today. We're gonna continue this tomorrow around the same time. And let's see. I think no other updates or anything. How far are we going for level grinding? So, most of the characters are level 30. Well, yeah, we're getting everyone to 35. We're getting close to reaching that. And then we're gonna start, we're gonna attempt going back to the moon and then resuming grinding there and try to get to level 40 from there. Depending on the party member survivability. If it's still too difficult, we might have to actually get to 40 down here on the surface. But yeah. But when my current goal is to get everyone to 40 and then we'll attempt actually progressing the story. That's the plan. Okay. Thank you all again. Please leave a like if you enjoyed the stream. Please leave a comment if you'd like to share your thoughts. Please subscribe on YouTube and or follow on Twitch if you'd like to see more Final Fantasy streams. And thank you again to the raiders and Antonia as well for the raid. And if you're going to bed, I hope you rest well and have sweet dreams. If your day's just getting started, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. And I hope to see you all again tomorrow. Ta-ta! Kosmika!